start talking about how and Blood Junkie, I asked, will there be any survivors? Start going into that. This film for me gets definitely in my opinion a 5 stars if I was rating it as a whole, but because I'm not, I'm gonna give the acting a 3 stars. No, I'm gonna give 5 stars for the acting. For the pace of the film, I'll give a 3-star rating. 5 stars for originality of the storyline, and the twist of the film at the end is definitely a 5-star rating because they had one of the most shocking endings I've seen. Now on to my next Troma movie review. This film is called Blood Sisters of Lesbian Sin. This film is about a vampire and demon hunter monk whom is on a case for this woman whom walks into his office speaking of some kind of family curse involving ancient demons and a gemstone, which is interrupted when some kind of lunatic rushes into his office trying to kill him and kidnaps the woman, telling him of the ancient curse. And the monk goes after the kidnappers to save the woman, but he soon realizes that it was a trap set up by the member of an evil coven, which is the woman that he went in to save, of course, that he thought he was going in to save. She ends up forcing the monk to track down ends up forcing him to track down her 2 sisters to steal their rings, which have magical powers. With the help of his female assistant, tracks down the 2 women with the rings, whom the 2 trick, or think they tricked, because they were pretending to be the assistant's abusive boyfriend and the assistant, the girl who wants to learn self-defense at the 2 women's self-defense group. They basically try to trick these 2, acting like someone else, and ends up backfiring and leads to a lot of action-packed sequences in this film. And one of those sisters is a lesbian and ends up having a lesbian sex scene in it. This film, for me, was really, really good. Very entertaining. I definitely gotta give it a 5-star rating if I was rating it as a whole. As far as the pace of the film, 5 stars. The acting, 5 stars. I really enjoyed the original storyline, so that's another 5-star rating. Now on to my next film review, which is called Seduction of Dr. Fugazi, which is a movie about a doctor named Fugazi who specializes in hypnotism, whose job is to hypnotize devious criminals from thieves to child molesters. Things get weird when Dr. Fugazi begins to have weird visions of very weird stuff. At first she thinks she's going crazy, but when a patient who's a kleptomaniac